Hey there and welcome. A lot of us think our memory is just something we're stuck with. You either have a good one or you don't. But what if that's just a total myth? The truth is, your memory is a skill. It's pretty much a mental muscle, and it can be trained and strengthened no matter your age. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today.
You know that feeling, right? You walk into a room and poof, you have absolutely no idea why you went in there. Or you struggle to remember a name that's right on the tip of your tongue. It's so frustrating, and we have all been there. But don't worry, because in this explainer, we are going to break down some of the most effective, science-backed ways to sharpen your mind for good. All right, so before we can start improving our memory, we've got to take a quick peek under the hood. Seriously, understanding how it all works is the crucial first step. Once you get the mechanics, all the techniques we're going to talk about will make so much more sense. So basically, your memory works in 3 stages. First up is encoding. That's just your brain taking in new info and converting it into a form it can actually use. Next is storage, which is, well, exactly what it sounds like. It's where the information gets filed away. And last, you've got retrieval. That's you pulling the information back out when you need it. Every single memory hack out there is designed to make one of these 3 steps work better. Okay, let's get into our first set of solutions. These are all about the daily habits that build a solid foundation for a healthy, high-performing brain. Think of these as the absolute non-negotiables for a sharp memory.
Let's totally reframe how we think about sleep. It's not just downtime, it's an active mental workshop. While you're sleeping, your brain is working overtime, sorting through everything that happened during the day and figuring out what's important enough to keep. This process is called consolidation, and it's absolutely vital for learning anything. So, what's the magic number to make that all happen? It's 7 to 9 hours a night. Seriously, if you consistently get that much sleep, you dramatically increase your brain's ability to lock in new memories. Skimp on sleep, and you're pretty much kneecapping your ability to learn. It's that simple. And what about getting moving? Don't worry, you don't need to run a marathon. The research shows that even a quick 20-minute walk can give your short-term memory and concentration a real boost. How? It gets more blood flowing to your brain, which means more oxygen and nutrients. It's like a natural, instant power-up for your mind. And of course, you are what you eat, right? Your brain is a serious gas guzzler. It uses about 20% of your daily energy, so you've got to give it that premium fuel. We're talking about fatty fish loaded with omega-3s, which literally help build your brain cells, berries, nuts, avocados, even a little dark chocolate. And just as important is what to avoid. Too much sugar can act like sludge in your memory engine. Okay, so we've got the foundations covered. Now let's get into the active training. This is like going to the gym for your mind. These are the mental exercises and specific strategies you can use to really strengthen your memory recall, just like a pro would.
Let's be honest for a second. How many of us study by just reading our notes over and over again? Yep, pretty much everyone. Well, here's the thing. Science shows that is one of the least effective ways to learn. Instead, we need to switch to 2 methods that are way more powerful: spaced repetition and active recall.
First, let's talk about spaced repetition. Instead of cramming something 50 times in one night, you review it at longer and longer intervals. Maybe after a day, then again after 3 days, then after a week. This spacing tells your brain, hey, this information is important, and that helps shuttle it from your fragile short-term memory into solid long-term storage. And now for my personal favorite, active recall. This is simply the act of trying to pull information out of your brain without looking at the source. It's that little bit of a struggle, that effort you make to remember something. That's not a sign of failure. That is literally the feeling of your brain building a stronger connection. It's the mental equivalent of doing a heavy lift at the gym. So, how do you make really difficult stuff stick? You use mnemonic tricks. These are basically just mental shortcuts. You could use acronyms, or create really weird and funny mental images, or even turn a list of items into a story. These tricks work because our brains are terrible at remembering boring data, but they are amazing at remembering vivid, engaging things. And at the end of the day, here's a simple truth. Your brain thrives on new challenges. When you learn a new skill, whether it's a language, a musical instrument, even a complex new game, you're waking up and stimulating parts of your brain that don't get used very often. It strengthens your whole neural network, which makes your entire memory system that much better. All right, let's get to the final piece of this puzzle. And honestly, it's one that gets overlooked all the time. We're talking about the deep, critical connection between your emotional state and your ability to remember things.
Let me put it bluntly, stress is the absolute enemy of memory. When you're feeling stressed, your body releases hormones that can basically put up a roadblock in the parts of your brain you need for focus and for creating new memories. You just can't learn anything effectively if your brain is stuck in high alert mode.
So, managing your stress isn't just some fluffy lifestyle choice. It's a core memory-enhancing strategy. And we're not talking about anything crazy. Simple things like meditation, some deep breathing exercises, or even just taking regular, short breaks can help keep your brain calm, clear, and ready to learn. You know, if there's just one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. Improving your memory isn't about some secret trick. It's about consistent, smart training. Really, just think on your memory like a muscle. The more you use it the right way, the stronger it's going to get. So, we've covered the foundations, the techniques, and the right mindset. The only question left is, what's your first move? It doesn't have to be huge. Maybe it's getting that extra hour of sleep, or going for that 20-minute walk, or just trying active recall on one new thing you learned today. What's the one new habit you're going to start to build a stronger memory?